saving gas or just being conservative to stay out of the wreck. And then we thought...
And there it is. One car goes sliding across the infield grass. William Byron, who won his qualifying race here on Thursday. And that will change everything.
Certainly has changed it for that exalted 24. Gets to the rear bumper, the 13, little surge of the 47. Oh, he gets to the left side of that rear bumper. And we've seen when you try to bump draft, you need to be either the center or to the right. Oh, it almost looked like Stenhouse was going to poke out and try to go by him and maybe misjudged it, made contact, turned William Byron right around. You know, those guys had so much anticipation after that great duel on Thursday. You know, you could just see as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. moved left, he just caught that left rear of the bumper.
Into the safer barrier that now lines the inside of this speedway as well as the outside.
See, they're coming up to put him a lap down.
Ooh.
Oh, it looked to me like, you know, Quinn just came up a little bit more than what the 10 of Almirola was expecting, and they just touched and ended up turning him into the outside lane. That was a close call for our 10 of Eric Almirola also. Now those Fords had dropped to the back to try to stay clear of all this mess. And you see BJ nowhere to go, tries to avoid that wreck, and then he catches the outside wall.
11. Quinn Houff and BJ McLeod. Trouble in the back straightaway.
See Mark pull out of his pit stall and nails a gas can that somebody must have pulled out of their pit stall with them when they left. Martin, good job trying to navigate around that. Did that do any damage? The
stall. There you see Chase Elliott, and there goes that gas can that Martin Truex. This final stop. 12 Chevrolets and Timmy Hill's 4. Treble turn 4. One car.
Stenhouse Jr.
No caution. We stay green as Stenhouse makes it to pit road. Oh, here comes Jones. Whoa, huge run.
We talk about communication, and Eric Jones had no idea that the 40.
Trouble.
Incorrect. Here's the big one. Man.
Well, there goes half the field.
Sure does.
And it's Ryan Newman leading them around. Oh.
Jimmie Johnson hopes in his final Daytona 500.
Kurt Busch, another former Daytona 500 winner. Brad Keselowski trying to win it for the first time, all torn up. Bubba Wallace, Eric Almirola, one of the fastest Fords in this entire field. And here's Martin Truex, who couldn't get back to the lead pack.
You can see Joey Logano really aggressive to the rear bumper of the 10. He's going to push him all the way up to the 2, and they just right before the 10 gets there, there's a little bit of movement, and that little bit of movement, when you make that much contact, turns your car right around. That's exactly what happened to Brad Keselowski and the 10 of Almirola. Sort of swaying back and forth right before he made contact with the 2. Hooks his bumper, turns him around.
Oh, he slammed Alex Bowman. And then it's on. And for the second time in less than a handful of years, Eric Almirola ends up being knocked out of riding with Jimmie Johnson, our Chevy cam.
Ooh. Just gets slammed. One of the cars loses control. I think that was Martin Truex Jr. Came down, made heavy contact with. Really, I mean, Eric Almirola was basically the meat between the sandwich there. He's getting pushed from Joey Logano. He's going up to the rear bumper. He has no choice but to bump draft the 2. All Brad can do is try to hold the steering wheel straight. I mean, this is just aggressive racing in the end of this race. Ross Chastain was having
8 to go.
Oh!
Crash in the back of the field.
Eric
two
Jones,
cars
I
piled
believe.
up there.
And Reed Sorensen, Timmy Hill.
Timmy Hill, who was 10th after the 20 laps run yesterday, and Reed Sorensen.
Sorensen goes to the middle. A lot of sparks out of that car. I think he cut a tire down.
Oh, it slid right up in front of Timmy Hill.
Yeah, anytime you see that, those types of sparks, it basically that tire has gone down and now a car is lower down and riding on something. Boy, that was just textbook by Denny Hamlin. Can he put the block on? Oh, car. Oh, 77. That was Ross Chastain, got down on the apron, turned him sideways up the racetrack.
Straight into Ryan Preece. And we have
involved.
Another multi-car pileup. With 2 to go, we'll go to overtime. There's the Connecticut kids car.
Joey Logano.
Logano's got a flat left rear and trouble on the right front. Ty Dillon, 27 right here.
Well, I knew those cars were going to stall out. You can see right there, Ryan Preece sort of pushes Chastain down onto the apron. As soon as it gets down the apron, he loses control. And heavy impact to the 22 of Logano from Chastain. Car goes sideways. He tries to correct. You know, those kinds of impacts for Logano, it might not look, passenger side door goes in the wall. Those hurt.
That almost looks, Jeff, like the right rear went down with all those sparks and the car just took off.
I think the car, once he came up on the apron, the car just got a little sideways. He tried to correct and it caught the banking and shot the nose over.
Through with minimal damage.
Ouch.
A Toyota can. And we'll ride with Ross Chastain.
He had such a run. You're really, at this stage in the race, you have
Trying to win the Daytona 500. Green flag.
Oh, cars got loose. Spun some tires. Contact. Is that Boyer?
And McDowell.
Oh, man.
And caution's out. We'll try it again. So here's Clint Boyer.
The 12 comes up to the rear bumper. The 6. Oh, actually, maybe it was Boyer had some contact from behind from the 34 of McDowell. Sent him up into Haley, actually. I knew they made contact. I wasn't sure where that contact came from. Ooh, we saw this the other night in the in one of the duels. Or was that maybe it's the Clash, but one of the similar things where they came to the line and spun the tires with a little bit of contact.
Ryan Newman, that was Ryan Newman spinning the tires, and William Byron. And the next flag will end the race, and Newman is there.
Newman's got locked onto his rear bumper just like he did. Oh, wrecking behind Chase Elliott around.
Spinning around, still green.
Still green.
Still green, and here they come.
And here, not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof. Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and Blaney.
But now here comes a huge run by Ryan Blaney, being pushed by Denny Hamlin. He tries to go to the outside, then the inside. They lock bumpers and turns Ryan Newman around. Upside down he goes. Corey LaJoie coming along, making contact.
Just lifting Newman's car up and over. Ryan Blaney finishing 2nd. Blaney tried the top side, tried to get low. Ryan Newman goes around, and the car goes to its roof, and here's the onrushing Corey LaJoie picking it up and over.